John 10:10, life in its fullness. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10:10. This single verse carries tension, contrast, and promise. It is not soft poetry. It is a line drawn in the sand. The setting, the Good Shepherd. John chapter 10 unfolds with a powerful metaphor. Jesus describes himself as the shepherd. In first-century Judea, a shepherd was not a distant manager. He lived with the sheep. He defended them. He knew them individually. This chapter follows a heated confrontation between Jesus and religious leaders. They claim to guide God's people, yet their leadership burdened rather than protected. Against that backdrop, Jesus speaks of two forces, the thief and the shepherd. The imagery is not decorative, it is confrontational. The thief, steal, kill, destroy. The thief represents false shepherds, leaders, systems, and spiritual forces that exploit rather than protect. In broader theology, many understand this to include the destructive work of Satan. The verbs are deliberate: steal, taking what does not belong to him; kill, ending what was meant to flourish; destroy, reducing something valuable into ruin. This is escalation, loss, death, total devastation. The verse is brutally honest about reality. Not everything that influences people has good intentions. There are voices that drain faith, confidence, joy, and direction. Some come through manipulation, some through fear, some through deception disguised as truth. The warning is clear. Not every voice in the sheepfold is safe. The shepherd, life to the full. Then the contrast, I have come that they may have life. The Greek word used for life here is zoe, not mere biological existence, bios, but vibrant, spiritual, enduring life. It is not about survival, it is about flourishing. And have it to the full. Different translations render it as abundantly, in abundance, or overflowing. This does not promise wealth or a problem-free life. The context of John's Gospel makes that clear. Jesus himself faces rejection and crucifixion. Abundance here means peace that persists under pressure, purpose rooted in identity, security in relationship with God, eternal hope beyond temporary hardship. It is qualitative before it is quantitative. The cost of the shepherd. In the same chapter, Jesus says, "The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep." The promise of abundant life is not casual, it is sacrificial. The shepherd protects the flock by absorbing the threat himself. John's Gospel ultimately points to the crucifixion and resurrection. The life offered in verse 10 flows through sacrifice. The thief destroys by taking. The shepherd gives by surrendering. That contrast defines Christian theology. Not just after death, now. A common mistake is reducing John 10:10 to a future promise only about heaven. But Jesus speaks in the present tense. I have come. The invitation is immediate. Abundant life begins in a renewed mind, a transformed heart, a restored relationship with God, a reoriented direction. It is not escape from reality, it is empowerment within it. A personal question. John 10:10 is not abstract doctrine, it forces reflection. What voices are shaping your decisions? Are they stealing clarity or building confidence? Are they pushing toward destruction or growth? The verse demands discernment. It asks the listener to recognize the difference between exploitation and genuine guidance. Conclusion: two paths. John 10:10 stands as a sharp contrast between two intentions toward humanity. One seeks to diminish and destroy. The other seeks to restore and overflow. The shepherd does not coerce. He calls. The sheep recognize his voice. The documentary truth of this verse is simple yet profound. Life is contested territory, but it is also divinely pursued. And according to Jesus, its fullest expression is found in Him.